Hello, everybody, and welcome back to another episode of Creeper World 4. That is right, we are back heading into the colony section yet again for another LPAC attack. That's right, we are going to be doing From the Depths. Oh my, and this is from FireSwamp with some updates to the LPAC mod. Oh, this is baby. Using the newest version of LPAC, the humans have started harvesting resources from off their shores, suppressing our comrades, and in the process, no longer shall we allow them to get away with this. Go forth and take back our resources and our comrades. That's right, we got comrades, we got resources. Let's get going. Step 1, this is the map. Ooh, the ground-based humans have new technology, letting them build offshore platforms to house their foul weapons. They are using this new tech to push out from their lands and into our waters, suppressing our comrades and stealing our resources in the process. We cannot let this go on any longer. To make sure this doesn't happen again, we need to teach the humans they are not the only ones capable of invading the other. Push out from our waters. Take the humans' precious land, free our comrades, and regain control of our resources. Hint, don't mesh right away. Actually, I didn't even read that hint, and I figured that out. It's a good strategy. Let this breed. We shall see what he means. This map uses an updated version of LPAC. The major changes are listed below. The full changelog can be accessed using the Show Detailed Changelog button on the left UI. Nullify and reclaim objectives have been added. Very, very cool. So we can reclaim and nullify the enemy, which is very, very awesome. Autopilot units and walls are no longer selectable, so we can't select things that are being autopilot build, which is a great change. That is a very big cheese. That is possible. They don't build micro-rift sprayers and shields. Those have been placed down beforehand and won't just clog up the map. So, I mean, there are times where there's like 7 micro-rifts in an area and 25 shields, and it's like, oh, geez. Rocks are every 30 seconds from 45. Egg launchers, which are the yellow spore launchers, can be boosted to reduce the delay between building eggs. Very, very cool. Love that. Boosting a stash now increases collection ratio, which increases the speed at which it collects, and we're going to see that in action in this map. Spore towers now fire every 30 seconds, down from 40, and have an increased payload of 250%, going to 250 up from 100, and modified code values for bonus boosts, eggs, and rocks for destroying human structures. There are some other changes that I noticed. The first of all, I believe the skimmer factory, which we can't see right now, does start at 20 seconds. We no longer have to reduce its cooldown to 20, and it's not in mesh, and we can reduce and we can increase the forbs. So we no longer have to mesh it up to increase forb count, which is amazing. Love that. We can increase the forb payload. The forb payload does not get increased anymore. That is a little bit of a shame, but you know what? Not too bad. Not the end of the world. We can deal with that. But yeah, it's super, super cool. Very, very lovely. And we gotta get our butts in gear, right? Let's just get the show on the road. We are starting here with a emitter doing 120 every 0.4 seconds, which is great. It's all we need. It's all we want. It's beautiful. That being said, we will want to destroy their offshore platforms. They're gonna be in the way. And yeah, we want to take over the seas, right? And there we go. We've already destroyed one. This is probably going to be able to take out the second. So we should be pretty good, although they are pushing back. They are pushing back, and that's okay. That because we destroyed it, of course, because we destroyed it. And I'm very happy with that, right? We're going to let this still boil over, right? Let's start placing our mesh, and by placing our mesh I mean everywhere that isn't going to be actually filled in, right? I don't want to fill it in just yet. I just want it like this so we can start branching out, right? We want to get as far as possible. We want to get some of this breeder zone in there as well. Very, very cool. We're starting to make it to land, and I think we're sort of pushing up. I'm not using my boost, as you can see, because we're saving it. We're doing the stash. The stash is key. The stash is king. The changes were to the stash, and that is why, right? I'll even toss an egg. You know, annoy this guy a little bit. Get out of here. I think we've sort of taken enough of the sea. Let's fill it in. Let's get our mesh going. And yeah, I think we've done enough. I think we've done enough. Honestly, we've probably done too much. Probably even want to remove some of this at the top, but you know what? We're not gonna. Because, you know, sometimes you get a little lazy. Sometimes you get a little okay. I'm gonna try and take out these 2 towers. I've tossed down 2 eggs. That was my bad. Want these to just die at this point, because I want that stash. I want this stash in my life. Ooh, they actually placed the tower slightly different, so it is learning a little bit. So that's very, very cool, but we were able to destroy the units that were in our way. So the mesh is filling in, which is great. We have five boosts, and I'm gonna let the stash fill up once the mesh is completely surrounding it, and then we're gonna see what happens with a couple of boosts. So we're gonna save our boosts until that point. That's the reason why I'm not using them. I would normally have used them by now, but you know, this is a new map, so to speak. So let's make sure that we're testing to a degree, right? So this is now meshed up. We can see this is how long it's taking, right? It's filling up very slowly. It absorbs 1,000 creep and poops out 2,000. That's how it's going to work, right? So it's absorbing. Now we are losing creep, so it's hard to see that it's absorbing only 1,000, but I'm pretty positive that's how much it is going to absorb. So very, very soon, this is going to poop out. We should go up by about 2,000, so let's just see. Boop, boop, boop. Almost there, almost there. Stash is not really getting there, but that's okay. And boom, it's popping. It's a popping. You can do it. Boom, it popped. And we went up just under 2,000. Again, they are shooting us pretty good. Pretty good they are shooting us. Let's just give it, I don't know, 7 boosts. Let's just do it. This is super boosted. This is going to increase its collection ratio from 2 to 3. And let's just see if it's any faster. Again, now we're up to 9,000. And now, unfortunately, we don't have that much creep around it. So our creep isn't that good. So the collection isn't the best, but it still seems a little bit faster, right? Now, unfortunately, again, they are fighting us pretty good. So I think the first thing we need to do is actually just start doing some damage, right? So let's increase the ratio a little bit more. We'll see what the ratio does very, very soon. And that will be something for us, right? So let's just do a little bit of this. Get some of their damage off of our face. You know, kill a couple of them. I want this mortar dead again, of course. Get out of here, mortar. I want this. Once the stash pops once, I think we're gonna be good. Shouldn't be too bad. Because that's gonna be a lot of creep, right? We're absorbing a lot, but it's going to give us quite a lot in return. And then it should just be a vicious cycle, right? Once it pops once, it'll be faster to pop again, and faster to pop again, and faster to pop again. And yeah, I mean, that's essentially our goal right now. Yeah, let's do it one more time. Why not? Let's get it to 12,000. And you see, it did actually increase its speed just a little bit. But again, the problem is we don't have the creep under it because they are blowing us up. We do need to expand, and I'm going to hopefully see that this stash does push out. Because, you know, this is going to pop for 12,000. We're at about 7,500. We're not exactly that high in that level of creep. So, yeah, let's just see what we can do. Is this not breeding for us? Do I actually need creep there? Is that what was problematic? I think I actually needed some creep right there. That might have been why. Ooh, that was my fault. Oh, you're so close, Stash. You can do it. You can do it. You can get there. Oh, you're so close, and I'm gonna boost you again. It's terrible. I just keep boosting it instead of letting it pop. You know what? Let's just give him a couple eggs just to deal with that, so our stash finishes up. Hopefully this now stays and keeps pooping out. No, see, it's not breeding again. So you need like an egg over here every time. That's a little frustrating that this doesn't just breed. I guess you just want it to flow up, which is a little bit... Oh, there's the pop. There we go. Look at that. It's gorgeous. And let's see this thing start to fill up now, right? Let's just see. Now it's filling up a little bit better. Surprise, surprise. We got it to pop. And yeah, look at that go. Oh, there it goes now. We're not able to hold the front. We still need... I probably should have meshed up a little bit further. But it is filling up. Next. Oh my, this stash is doing its thing. It's taking its time again. We're not necessarily in the winning position right now. We do have some units in our way, and you know what? Let's just take this area, right? This area is definitely the area that's hurting us the most, so you know what? Get out of here. You, mortared unit, get out of here. I don't want you in my life. I really don't. Oh no, that's too close to the shield. No! No! Now we'll just mesh this up. Once this is meshed up, boom, we got another pop. There we go. See, now we're getting into pop. We cleared off some of the area. I think getting rid of that mortared one, the earned one was probably the key. And now we can see what it's actually doing. So now that it's at maximum capacity, which is 16,000, look at it go. That's 16,000. It's absorbing 8 and now releasing 8 more. Boom. It's popping again. And let's just see what happens. So now it's about to start again. Boom. And off to the races we are. Look at how fast that increases. That is now generating 8,000 creep every time this pops. This is actually pretty insane, right? I mean, our total is now 39,000. Boom. Oh, actually, that might have been 16. That actually looked like 16. I thought, oh yeah, it's at 16. It's releasing, it's absorbing 16 and then releasing 32, I guess. Let's see, we're at 51. I mean, that doesn't even look like it absorbed that much, to be fair. And now we're at 64. Like, boom. Like, our creep total is skyrocketing now. I mean, we could have had, I don't know, 10 boosts into this, and don't get me wrong, 10 boosts into this would be another 200 every 0.4 seconds. I still think that's actually less than what this is popping out now that this is sort of maxed out. So very cool on that front. That being said, it looks like the skimmers actually shut this down, so let's do some of this action, because I want some friends in my life, right? I want to just mesh like that, get some friendos on the goes. Now that we did that, we can start saying, oh, you know what, I want some forbs, I want some skimmers. Now we have forbs and skimmers on the go, which is great. And yeah, our creep is just, I mean, we're at 80,000 now. We were struggling around 10,000, and now we're up to 80 thanks to this one stash. It's pretty good. It's pretty good. Now, is that helping us push? Not necessarily right now, but it will, I'm sure. Let's just keep getting some skimmers. You know, of course we want some skimmers. I want to get the stat. I want to see how low the stash can go, right? Because the lower it goes, now every cooldown is just making it produce faster and faster between cooldowns, which is great. We even have some mesh that we can do up here, you know? I want to get to this shield, of course. And I guess we can... it might be best to mesh push with this because we are producing so much. The problem is it's all going into the mesh. I guess realistically, we could not even use mesh. Like, we could remove the mesh and have this just sort of pump out creep. That would be interesting. I don't know how well that would do, but now we have skimmers. We're getting forbs. I want to get as many friendos as possible as well. I don't know if the limit is still 15. I do want to check that out. The limit was 15 before, but because we can't increase the power of the forbs, maybe we can go higher. I don't know. But between the skimmers and the monstrous amount of creep that we're now generating, I think we're pretty good. We're already over the AC that they have. They have a fair bit, of course. But, you know, we're doing pretty good. Just skimmers and stashes. This is a regular spore launcher. There's the egg launcher. So the egg launcher is up there. We'll want to get up there eventually. Test out some of the egg changes. This is what? Egg build time. So 0.3 seconds from the egg build time. So you get a lot of these, and it's super amazing. Just 1 or 2 upgrades, not going to do very much for you, right? Because 1 or 2 upgrades, not noticeable. If you pump 20 into this, and it's down to 4 seconds, that's pretty noticeable. It does take a lot of upgrades, but it does, you know, if you get that down to, like, I don't know how low it can go again. Maybe it gets down to like 0.1 seconds. That would be ridiculous, right? That's tons and tons of eggs coming out everywhere. And we're almost up to our forb count limit from before. Maybe it's still the forb count limit. Let's see. No, we can go higher than 15. Higher than 15 is achieved. Achievement get higher than 15. Beautiful. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Love it. Love everything about it. I just used all my eggs in one place. You never want to put all your eggs in one place, but I did. Cuts off all their red on, so, you know, works for me. Works for me. Yeah, that's pretty good. That's pretty good. And now we're just sort of, we're just riding the creep at this point, right? Do we want, let's see, how low can this go? Oh wait, this is the cooldown. The cooldown's in between pops, right? So it's not going to actually make it fill faster at this point. It's only going to reduce the amount of time between fills, right? So now this is what's being reduced, this cooldown time. Okay, so yeah, that getting down is nice. Not that, again, I think getting it to 16 is probably where you'd probably want to stop. Skimmers, though, them being naturally 20 seconds, awesome change. And forbs being unlimited, fantastic change. Love for, I mean, look at the crimson that they're generating back here, which is great. They run up to the front, they do die, because, of course, skimmers, you know, or forbs. I mean, there's not much to fight against. But we are draining their red on because we did take it. In this case, because of the red on, I'm not super worried about anything at this point, right? I mean, we can really just mesh up the world and just let everything flow. Like, you're not supposed to mesh up the world, but with a stash, honestly, meshing up the world isn't that bad because it's mostly producing all the creep back here. We want it to flow to the front. I mean, we don't want it to flow over here, but hey, you know, it is what it is. I'll toss one of these. I'll toss one of those. Just to destroy them, you know. I mean, don't need them there. Get out of here. And yeah, I mean, it's just a nice I mean, really makes stashes super viable. And how many... Can we get past 20 Forbs? Oh my gosh. Can we just have an army of Forbs? Oh, I hope so. I love me some Forbs. How are you... the red on is gone. Good. The red on is pretty much gone. The creep will win out. It's a happy day. It's a happy day indeed. Just have it... Again, this is just a fun... of... Oh, we can get a... Oh, 21, 22 Forbs. We can get more Forbs. Yay. That's beautiful. It is beautiful. So, yeah, maybe we can get past... Can we get past 25? Again, I'm just testing at this point. I don't know how low the cooldown can get, but again, I think once you get to 16, this fills up fast enough. The cooldown, a couple extra seconds off, not worth the extra points, and instead going into something else. So getting that to 16, immense. Getting the cooldown past it is nice if you have excess points, or it's what you're relying on. But moving into, say, skimmers or blobs. Blobs are unchanged, so I'm not even going to put point. I'm sorry. You're unchanged. You're just a blob. I'm sorry. Red on is still holding on, though. The red on is holding on, and that's fine. Let's just... we got some rocks. Come on. Well, it's getting into that shield. Oh, no, it's not getting into that shield. Like, that shield has no... Oh, there's the shield power gone. That's what we wanted to see. Forbs almost to 25, though. Look at them all. Look at them all. Oh, you're the best. They are dying again. It's a shame. Oh, let's drop that. We destroy this. All of those lose power. It's a good time. Boop. No more power for you. I mean, we basically... I mean, look at our creep level. We're at 258k, and we haven't upgraded the emitter once. It's all from the stash. All from the stash. 27. We can get up to 27 Forbs. Again, the crimson that they make is nice. Doesn't really help, to be fair. That's the one thing. I do wish the crimson that they generated was a bit wider berth, because it's such a thin line. Nothing is attacking this line. They're attacking the front, you know? I wish they acted like a floating crystal that, like, much more creep around them was turned into crimson. I don't know if that's doable, and I'm not going to suggest anyone to do that. That would just be sort of like my dream. Oh wow, we got an emitter over here. Look at you, emitter. You're doing great. We don't care about you, though. We really don't. We really don't. But that turns off your blue light, I guess, so cool. Okay, Forbs. Can we get past 30? We can get past... Okay, I think Forbs are unlimited now. So, boom to Forbs. Yay. I'm not going to go past 30. I think that's good. I think we're going to start putting into this, right? Let's see how low we can get this before the map is... I mean, maybe I'll stick around a little bit more. Let's just do that. Pop all legs. Ba-boom. Oh, cool. It's 53% of 70% of the map controls. Nice. I love that. 240 units remaining. Very, very cool. Okay, those eggs did a bit more than I was expecting. Good job, eggs. Good job. 7 more? Sure, why not? Get on over there. We'll just cut them off entirely. This area is basically dead anyway. There we go. That's what we want to see. And you know what, we can... Yeah, mesh the void. It's always good to mesh your void. Oh, we can mesh... Oh, we can mesh all of that, too. Very, very cool. Love it. Mesh the connections. And again, this is dead. I mean, this is not necessarily a difficult map. It is more of a learning map. We have 8 upgrades, so boom, 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 boom. Alright, how... No spores. Right, you're the egg pooper. Okay, yeah, it's down to 6 seconds, which is very, very cool. But wait, it didn't start at 10 seconds? So, wait, is it every 3 upgrades is a second? So this I have to see. This is actually pretty important because Yeah, oh, see, the second upgrade is actually 0.4. So it's actually 0.33 seconds per upgrade, not 0.3. So it's 3 upgrades per second, which is actually much better. It doesn't sound like much, but it really is. It really is pretty substantial. We're going to take this as slow as we can go. If you want to stop here, I mean, this is beating the map. Again, we basically just beat it with a stash. And skimmers. I mean, look at them all. They're all beautiful. But I want to see how low this can go. So I'm just going to toss it to times 4 speed, and we're just going to play around with boosts for a little bit, right? Let's see how low this can go. Because if this can get down to, like, imagine you spend 20 upgrades, and this is just literally right? That's pretty good if you ask me. That's pretty good. So yeah, it's gonna be interesting to see how low this can go. Honestly, how low this can go. But I mean, you can see that's still just booping it out. But again, I think the cooldown is fine. Like I think not spending an extra 20 or so on the cooldown. But again, the cooldown is 0.33 seconds. As we can see, that's a 4-seconder, which is very nice. Let's pop all legs. Bam! Look at them all. They're popping. It can keep going lower. This is amazing. Mesh the world. The skimmer dance party. The Forbes are doing their thing. You can see oh, it's gorgeous. Okay, no effect, and it's down to 1 second. So now it's every 1 second. Boom, 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 boom. Eggs. Okay, so 1 second is as low as it can go. Chances are that's going to be the same for this, but let's just check it out. I mean, again, you never know. Well, no. Yeah, let's... Wait, my reclaim is at 6%. What? I don't even understand that. This is going to take a little bit, so boom, boom, boom. How are we doing? Yeah, I mean... Eggs on the map. Just look at it go. Boom, boom, boom. 1 every second. It's super cool. I really like the 1 egg every second. I think this gets very powerful when you put a lot into it. Again, every 10 seconds, that's not that impactful. But every second having an egg that can potentially go to something that you're freeing and stuff, that can definitely change the entire game. Not to mention when you pop them, they are very big eggs. And I believe the eggs in the LPAC mod the power of them is dependent on the amount that you control, so they actually get bigger the more you control. So that's actually pretty impactful when you think about it. Again, so this is 0.3 seconds, 0.3 seconds, 0.4 seconds, 0.3 seconds, and so on. And that should be the interval in between it charging. So this getting down lower just does that, which is, again, huge. It's awesome. I'm a big fan. AirSacs, no changes to as far as I know. Blobs, definitely no changes to, which is a little bit of a shame. Because they should be... How often do they fire? 40 seconds? Yeah, they're still 40 seconds. I think with skimmers being skimmers and Forbes at base 20 seconds, blobs maybe could go to 30. So they're, competitive. Because I would rather have 2 skimmers every 20 seconds than 1 or 2 blobs every 40 seconds. Or I guess 2 skimmers and 2 Forbes every 40 seconds. Versus 2 blobs every 40 seconds. So I think the blobs may get a little bit weaker in this, although blobs are insta-kills, so there are ways around shields and things. So blobs have a place, but because they're so random and can't be targeted, I mean, if we could target blobs, then there we go. That could be a completely different story. But you never know. Let's take this down. Okay, so this can get down to 0.5 seconds. So that's as low as it goes. Now we know that. I really think, yeah, Forbes seem unlimited. AirSac, it's the same. You increase 1, then you increase the payload, so perfectly fine there. Seems normal. I think that is everything. I guess the only other change would be to the spore count, but again, spore count is just starting at 2, goes to 4, and just increases there. Yeah, alternates between that and payload. No alternation to anything there, and I'm just going to assume 1 upgrade here will not alternate. Yep, it just is 2 more blobs. So perfect. Love the changes. They are huge. They are immense. Thank you so much, FireSwamp, for this. I hope this is used all the time. I mean, very cool. Love it. And took out a lot of cheeses, which is very cool. Not cheeses that I was using, by the way. Cheeses that other people were. But yeah, this has been... our look at LPAC from the devs from FireSwamp. Some new changes to units, which is awesome. Hopefully we see more of them. And yeah, I hope you enjoyed. Please leave a like, comment, subscribe, all that good stuff. Oh, let's rift jump away. Whoopsie. We did. I mean, honestly, we weren't even really trying, and we did okay. You know, 17 minutes, not too bad. That's the power of yeah, I mean, a lot of people were doing the 22s and stuff, and literally all we did was the stash in the skimmer factory. So yeah, not bad at all. Again, please like, comment, subscribe, all that good stuff, and yeah, catch you next time. Take care.